right, so we're going to start our factoring. I'm going to do number 8 and 9 on this video just so that you can get 2 for 1. So the first thing I should always do when I'm factoring is making sure that I check for a GCF. So if I look at this first problem, they're all even numbers, so I know they're all going to be divisible by 2. It's optional whether you want to take out the negative, but it's always going to make it easier when your factor box or whatever method you use if you factor out a negative if the first term is negative. So I'm going to factor out a negative 2. Again, you don't have to factor out the negative 2, but I do think it makes it easier. So that will leave me with a squared minus 12a plus 27. Okay, so it does change the signs inside, so you got to be careful with that. So from here, you can use guess and check, but I'm going to just use a factor box just to show it here. Again, use what method works for you. So I'm going to put my a squared here, 27 there, and then negative 12a. I know it's got to be a and a. And then I can tell right away that I know 9 and 3, if I make them both negative, they'll still multiply to a positive 27, but they will add to a negative 12a. Okay, so now I just got to do my diagonals. And so I want to still make sure that I have this negative 2 out there. I can't forget about it. That's a common mistake people make. I'm still going to take that negative 2, and I'll do a minus 3 and a minus 9. And that's our final answer. Okay, for number 9, okay, I'm going to take a look at this one, and I see that I don't have any GCF that works for all 3, so I'm going to just jump right away into a factor box, okay, or guess and check, whatever works for you, okay. This one's going to be a little bit trickier just because we have factors of 4a squared, we have factors of 9, so we're going to have to kind of guess and check a little bit. So I'm kind of trying to think here. I think I'm going to start by putting a 4a and an a. Okay, and if I do that, and I think about my factors of 9, if I put a negative 3 here, that would give me negative 12. So that's not going to work. I'm going to put a 3 here. So that's going to give me 12a. And then if I put a negative 3 here, that'll give me negative 3a. So that will equal a negative 9, and this will add to a 9a. Okay, and so then the last thing I need to do is find my diagonals because those are going to be my binomials. Okay, so my final answer would be 4a minus 3 times a plus 3. Okay,